Hultman, Chapman murder case. The Hultman-Chapman murder case, formerly People of the Philippines versus Claudio T. Hankey, Jr., was a murder case that gained wide publicity in the Philippines during the early 1990s because Claudio T. Hankey, Jr., the perpetrator of the crime, was the son of the late former Chief Justice Claudio T. Hankey and the brother of former Justice Undersecretary Manuel T. Hankey. The case helped sway the public view and lawmakers on crime and restore the death penalty in the Philippines. Crime and arrest court records show that Roland John Chapman, Maureen Hultman, and another friend, Jussi Olavi Leino, were coming home from a party at around 3 o'clock in the morning of July 13, 1991. Leino was walking Hultman home along Mahogany Street in Dasmariñas Village, Makati City, when T. Hankey came up behind them in his car. He stopped the two and demanded that they show some identification. Leino took out his wallet and showed T. Hankey his Asian Development Bank ID. T. Hankey grabbed the wallet. Chapman, who was waiting in a car for Leino, stepped in and asked T. Hankey, "Why are you bothering us?" T. Hankey drew out his gun and shot Chapman in the chest, killing him instantly. After a few minutes, T. Hankey shot Leino, hitting him in the jaw. Then he shot Hultman on the temple before driving away. Leino survived and Hultman died 2 months later in hospital due to brain hemorrhages caused by the bullet fragments. T. Hankey was arrested several days later on the testimony of several witnesses. The witnesses were Domingo Florence and Agrippino Cadenas, private security guards, and Vincent Mengobat, a driver, all three being employees of residents of the village. Trial and sentence. The Supreme Court of the Philippines, on March 6, 1992, dismissed T. Hankey Jr.'s certiorari petition to annul the trial court's admission of the amended information, the arraignment and appointment of PAO lawyer as counsel de officio of T. Hankey Jr. inter alia. On December 22, 1992, Judge Job B. Matiag, Makati City Regional Trial Court, Branch 145, convicted T. Hankey Jr. The Supreme Court of the Philippines on October 6, 1995, modified the trial court's decision and found T. Hankey Jr. guilty of the crimes of murder, homicide, and attempted murder, for which he was meted out 3 sentences, respectively. Reclusion perpetua, defined effectively as 30 years by the revised penal code, and 2 indeterminate sentences of reclusion temporal, each for 8 years, and 1 day to 14 years, now, as finally amended by the Supreme Court in 1995. Under Article 70 of the revised Penal Code, the maximum combined sentences cannot exceed 40 years. Damages assessed. T. Hankey Jr. was ordered to pay civil indemnity. In criminal case number 914605, 50,000.00 Philippine pesos as indemnity for the Chapman's death, 1,000,000 pesos as moral damages. In criminal case number 91 to 4606, 50,000.00 pesos as indemnity for Maureen Navarro Hultman's death, 2,350,461.83 pesos as actual damages, 564,042.57 pesos for loss of earning capacity, 1,000,000 pesos as moral damages, and 2,000,000 pesos as exemplary damages. In criminal case number 91 to 4807, 30,000.00 pesos as indemnity for Jussi Olavi Leino's injuries, 118,369.84 pesos and equivalent in Philippine pesos of UDAS, $55, 600.00, both as actual damages, 1,000,000 pesos as moral damages, and 2,000,000 pesos as exemplary damages. In all three cases, to pay each of three offended parties the sum of 1,000,000 pesos for attorney's fees and expenses of litigation.